Welcome everyone to another positivity video here from Nikoli's Kitchen. My name is Nick. This show is all about my journey of scratch-made food and positive energy. Specifically here on YouTube, it's all about positivity. I like to do the video recording of the podcast every week for the positivity segment, so that way I can just talk to you guys honestly about my life, about what's going on in my life, about who I am, about what I'm doing, and just keep trying to make the world better. That's all I want to do, is just make the world a better place. Put a little good into the world. And I think if we all focused on trying to put a little bit of good into the world, man, imagine the world that this could be. So I really, really do appreciate you taking the time to stop by the video. Make sure if you do enjoy it, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That's all I ask. But today I want to talk to you about making change. Today I want to talk to you about pushing yourself. Today I want to talk about being honest with yourself. I think all those things are kind of intertwined in just kind of my life lately. So this show just wasn't working for me conceptually. This show just wasn't reaching out the way that I felt that it should reach out. I really do love the positivity stuff. I really, really do love just kind of this honest, like, myself laid bare thing. Because I want you to listen to this, or I want you to watch this, and I want you to get something good out of it. I want you to take something good away from all of this. Maybe you'll learn how to be more honest with yourself. Maybe you'll learn how to kind of inject more positivity into your day, which is something that I really, really hope to do when I reach out there. I really, really hope to be able to touch your life. And I really, really hope to be able to give you more positive energy. But this show just wasn't working. The recipe breakdowns in the back half of the show are it's just too dry. And it's not like, you know, I mean, who, and this might have been a thing like in the, I don't know, in the 70s and 80s, like, because you had like, what, Julia Child and one food show, and, you know, she would break stuff down or whatever. But I mean, people really get food in a visual sense. They need the recipe in front of them so they can refer back to it 100 times. Nobody wants to sit and listen to a podcast and just rewind and play it again, rewind and play it again. So the recipe portion of the show is evolving, and I'm going to just talk about my experience with it. I'm going to just talk about what it felt like to make that dish, what it was like to kind of put everything like that together. And I want to make it so it's there's more emotion to it. It's more about the feeling of the food, because that's what food is to me. Food is feeling. Food is giving a piece of myself to you. Food is me laying myself bare on a plate in a way, because there's an honesty in food that I think you can't even get to when you're just kind of trying to connect in and amongst yourself. And that's what I want that breakdown section to be. So later in the show, when I talk about wing sauce, I'm not going to tell you, you know, how much Red Hot you need or how much whatever you need. That's all going to be in the show notes. All in the show notes. Head to Nikoli'sKitchen.com. Any podcatcher, there it is. You'll be able to find it wherever you need it. But I had to take a good hard look at the show. I had to take a good hard look at what I'm doing here. And I had to realize that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And I think that in life, we need to be honest with ourselves in that way all the time. I think we need to always be willing to kind of take a look back at ourselves and say, this isn't working. Whatever I'm doing, whatever this is, it's not working for me. You need to find a way to, you know, reach out there and make the changes in your life that you really, really, really want to make. Like, what do you want to be? What do you want your life to be like? What do you believe? Life is all about evolving. Life is all about making choices that you need to make to get you to where you're going. But too many times in my life, I've stayed stuck in place. I have kind of frozen in place and stagnated. And I kind of use the show as an example to kind of broaden out into like my own life of like, there's changes that need to be made. There's things that need to be done. So I'm really, really proud to say that I rejoined the gym. When I'm done with this recording, I'm going to get a little bite to eat, do some editing work on this episode, and then right back out the door to the gym again. Now, I haven't started a lifting program yet, but I have exercised probably twice as much in the past 2 weeks since the last time I talked to you guys. And that's only going to continue. That's only going to elevate. Because if you want to make time for something, I know it's kind of a cliched saying, but it is really true. If you want to make time for something, you will make time for it. There's times when I just need to kind of decompress and I need to kind of just get out of everything. And I need to just be here and just zone out watching a YouTube video or something. Why can't I do that at the gym? Why can't I do that working out? Why can't I just do that later and get out for a walk? Get out and get some exercise. Do something else. I can. I can is the answer to that. But you have to be willing to commit to it. You have to be willing to do it. If you don't push yourself to make the changes that you need to make, you will stagnate. You will stick in place. And then that's when you start to get angry. That's when you start to get frustrated. God, why am I not doing this thing? Why is this something that I'm not there with yet? And there's other areas of my life where I really, really need that to happen as well. Don't ever stop pushing. Don't ever stop pushing, especially yourself, because one shot. That's all you get. One chance. Because then eventually you're going to reach the end of this journey. And your life is going to be the collection of whatever happened between the moment you were born and the moment you died. And that's it. So why not pack that space with absolutely as much as you possibly can? Why not chase after and go after every single thing that you want? I want to hit 250 pounds by my birthday. I can do that, or I can get really, really close to it if not. But it's not going to happen if I just sit here and don't ever do anything and don't ever move and don't ever try. I need to find a new job. You know, I need so many different things that I want to make happen in my life. Boom, 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 boom. And sometimes I kind of put it on fate, you know? Oh, well, the world's going to put me where the world's going to put me. The world's going to set me where it wants to set me. I'm waiting for a sign, is something I've said even recently. But why wait for that sign? That sign's either there or it's not. And you can wait for the world to act around you. You can wait for people to act around you. You can wait for things to happen around you, or you can be the catalyst that makes those changes yourself. You can push yourself and you can say, no, you need to do this. You have to do this. This is important. So that's where I am today. This show, even listening to the show, and I've known it for weeks and weeks, if not months. Just listening to it, like it was just so dry. It just wasn't working. And it's padding out the back half of the episode to break down a recipe that nobody's ever going to listen to this. And if you ever have, please tell me I'm wrong. But nobody's ever going to listen to my recipe breakdowns and say, okay, he said I need a cup of this. Pause. Cup. Unpause. Mince some garlic. Okay, pause. Mince garlic. Nobody's ever going to do that. You're going to pull up the recipe in the show notes and you're just going to read what I've done at your leisure. Sometimes you might have to go back and read a few steps. I know I do all the time with recipes. Like, that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it is. So I don't want that to be that way anymore. And it's about looking at myself, and it's about just staring myself dead in the eye and saying, Nick, you know this isn't working. And think about that. Like, take a moment in your life. Just close everything off. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. One more time. Breathe for me. What doesn't work right now in your life? What is there that you wish you were doing differently? What would you love to change in your life? Maybe you'd love to start a workout or a diet program. Maybe you'd love to find a new job. Maybe you're just stuck in a dead end and you just need a way out. Just take my hand. Or if you don't take my hand, take somebody's hand. Even as I bump my microphone, even if it's your own hand. You don't have to stay stuck in this place. You don't have to keep doing things the same way because you're afraid of what might happen if you change it. You can't always just stay stuck. So don't stay stuck. Let go of whatever it is you're afraid of. And I know that's really hard, and I'm sitting here and I'm so scared of so much. There's nothing else to say really except for just go for it. Whatever it is, whoever it is, wherever it is. Keep pushing yourself forward and keep working forward until you get all the pieces of your life exactly where you want them, to where you can just sit back and just smile and be happy and contented and look at your life and say, God, I've got a good life. God, I love everything about my life. It can't all happen in a day. It won't all happen in a week or a month or even a year. It'll take a long time. And it might take some pain and some hard work to get there. It's going to take me a lot of hard work to get to 250. It's going to take me a lot of hard work to get 20,000 for live stream for the cure this year. It's going to take me a long time to really get into a career that I'm extremely happy with, that I absolutely, absolutely love. But isn't that better than the alternative? Isn't it worth it to chase that more than anything else? To really, really push yourself. Because, man, imagine your life on the other side of that. Imagine what your life will be when you get to the other side of that. Just don't stop fighting. Don't give up. Don't just quit on you. Keep going. Keep fighting. Keep believing in you. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to tune into this video today. Again, like, share, subscribe. Please do all that kind of stuff. It really, really does help me out. If you're somebody who watches these positivity segments, if you're somebody who you get anything out of this, help me get it to more people. But I can't do that alone. I can share it out there as much as I want to, but it takes an army to put it, in that sense. I need other people to like, share, subscribe, because the more people that like, share, subscribe, comment down below. What are you fighting with? Where do you want your life to go? Where do you want to be? Where are you trying to get to? What's something that you need to fight yourself for? What's something that you need to push yourself to get there? Put it in the comments below. The more comments, the more likes, the more shares, the more people this might reach. And that's all I want to do, is I want this to reach more people, to help more people. Thank you so, so much for watching. And thank you so much for coming on this journey with me.